windows like the Marie Celeste. Even the teapot was still warm.
Did you check the garden?
Everywhere. And for once, Katie was desperate to have her lesson.
You've actually practiced.
I just don't know what to do. I mean, it's not like Hugh, is it? I know he's been pretty depressed since the cancer was diagnosed, but...
You call the police if you're worried.
Yeah, maybe I should. It's going to be one of those nights.
Oh.
All right. That's over 100.
I'm sorry to call you out, but I knew he wasn't well.
Well, it's a nasty infection.
Dr. Banner gave him drops, but he's had no medicine.
Yes, well, these things can develop quite quickly. I'm going to try him on some penicillin. He's not allergic, is he?
No, Doctor.
Good. Good. Take one of these dissolved in a dessertspoon of water 4 times a day. You can double the first dose. And if he doesn't feel any better, bring him in to see Dr. Banner.
Thank you. I'll be seeing him anyway. Can you tell him I'll have his money for him tomorrow?
Yes, I'll do that.
That was fun.
Well, we can go out again if you want. There's other places.
How about tomorrow?
Okay. Same time, same place.
All right.
Your dinner's on the table.
Thank you.
Though you may need to warm it through. I didn't realise you were going to stay out so late. Where have you been?
Oh, just down the pub.
Susan is 17.
Oh, she's 20.
I know how old my niece is. I was there when she was born.
I'm sorry.
I suggest you'd be better off with someone your own age.
I was only being friendly.
I saw. From now on, I'd like you to be a little less friendly. Good night. I want to make 1 or 2 things clear. While you're staying with me, you do not go to pubs.
It's not fair.
You're too young,
I go to pubs all the time.
which may explain why you're here now. And when you go out, I want to know where you're going and who you're going with.
It's worse than school.
Well, you should have thought about that while you're still at school. I promised your mother I'd look after you, and that's what I'm going to do. I don't think you realise how much trouble you could be in.
Hugh, what night's been going on?
Oh, you know him?
He's my daughter's piano teacher. What happened?
Someone found him lying in a field. Looks like he's been there all night. He's in a bad way.
Any idea what he was doing there?
Seems he just wandered off. He still had his slippers on, though. Was he a bit...
Very far from it. Okay, let's get these wet clothes off, please.
Susan, what are you doing?
I thought I'd do something to help. After last night. I'm sorry. You've got another one, haven't you?
Good morning, Matron. Oh, your cap. Good morning. Breakfast tray's not cleared yet.
No, it arrived late this morning.
Oh.
I hear your niece is staying with you.
Yes, her parents are abroad. These flowers should go.
Is everything all right?
With the ward? Hardly.
I mean with you.
Why wouldn't it be?
Well, at this time of year, sleeping rough is not a good idea.
I won't try it again.
You're going to tell me what happened?
Really no idea.
Well, what's the last thing you remember?
Went out for a breath of fresh air. I must have blacked out.
Well, we need to find out why that happened. You have a rest, and I'll pop by and see you a little later.
Gordon, don't want anyone to know that I'm here. Because no fuss.
Of course.
police about? Well, you know, you guess.
You won't. I've dropped it.
Why?
I'll just forget about it, okay?
Are you looking for Mrs. Rigby?
Yes. Yes, I'm a doctor. I need to work.
Oh, she won't say if she's out the back. I'll take you round.
Oh, thank you.
Dora, lady here to see you.
Dora? All right, come on, let's get you sat down.
Oh, not again.
Could you call an ambulance for me? I need to get to someone.
I've got a phone next door.
All right, Dora. See you then. Okay. You do know what's causing this, don't you? Allergic alveolitis. Pigeon fancies lung. I traced your notes, and you do have a GP, and he did diagnose it. I do wish you told me. I'm sorry. All right. Your x-rays show a lot of damage to your lungs, and you may even have bronchial pneumonia. I do need to treat that at hospital, all right?
I can't leave the pigeons.
There must be somebody else who can get to look after them. What about your neighbour? Why don't we ask him?
All right, you are then. No, we'll do that. Thanks. Bye-bye. Come on, we're on strike.
Why?
You sacked a porter at Ashfordley.
Right, well, let's finish this.
No, come on, we've got to set up a picket line. Aye, some right firebrands at Ashfordley shop nowadays, you know. I tell you what, if we don't come out, they'll black us. And they'll make sure we never work in a hospital again.
Shall I tell Ada?
Ah, you can do, but let's get a cup of tea first.
We can't do anything about the scarring to your lungs, but we should be able to reduce the inflammation. That should help me.
Mom! What on earth?
Sorry, Doctor, I did tell her that you were with the patient.
That's all right. This is Mrs. Rigby's daughter.
What's wrong with her?
Your mother is suffering from something called allergic alveolitis. It's an allergy to the dust created by pigeons, and that's caused some damage to the tissue of her lungs.
She's allergic to pigeons. That takes the biscuit. She'll have to get rid of them now.
I can't. Dora, this is a serious, potentially fatal condition. It's very important that you don't get any worse.
They've got to go. That's all there is to it.
I had no idea. Well, your mother would probably do with some rest. I don't know, maybe you can come back later and we'll talk about it then.
In my capacity as shop steward, I have to inform you that the M&G will be taking strike action for 24 hours as from 10 o'clock this morning.
I can't see the point. The dispute at Ashfordley General's got nothing to do with the Royal.
It's out of my hands. Oh, Matron, if you need anything, I'll see what I can do.
Thanks, Ken.
I'm sure Mr. Middleditch would have settled this over beer and sandwiches, but times change. We have a strike.
Well, we can manage without the laundry for 24 hours. And my nurses can keep the wards clean. We'll survive.
Well, hypothermia can cause all sorts of damage. I'm going to do some tests, and I'll keep you in for a few days.
Oh, I'd prefer to be at home.
Well, I don't think that's a very good idea. Look, do you want to talk about last night?
Well, it's like I told you, I just passed out.
Well, I can't find any medical reason why that should have happened. And of course, I realise that you've recently been diagnosed with cancer, and that's a terrible thing to have to come to terms with. But if you are feeling depressed, there are things we can do.
Gordon, I didn't try to kill myself. Now, there's one thing I am sure of.
Well, I'm glad to hear it. It's all yours.
I'll just tidy this bed for you. Expect you'll be having visitors.
No. I'm a solitary old bachelor.
You know something, you really remind me of my granddad. Only he wasn't as posh as you.
Oh, well, no one's ever called me posh.
Dr. Omer had said you were a scientist or something.
I was a very run-of-the-mill researcher, retired to become a piano teacher. Not very grand.
Well, my granddad dug holes in the road.
Well, I'm sure he's very proud to have a granddaughter like you.
We don't know about that.
Here comes trouble.
Is he?
And Edward's one of the section reps at Ashfordley.
You all out, comrade?
100% solidarity, Leonard. Everything's hunky-dory.
How's everything going, Matron?
Oh, I think we're managing.
Cup of tea, anyone?
I asked Susie if she'd handle the tea trolley. I hope you don't mind.
I can't sit cooped up in the flat all day when there's an emergency, can I?
Oh, well, can't do any harm.
Milk and sugar?
Thanks.
Whoops.
Well, you certainly know how to make a splash.
Morning, Banner. Ready for the off?
Your list has been cancelled. Since when? Since our theatre technician went on strike.
Operations have been performed for years without theatre technicians.
Needs to do without anaesthetic as well. Doesn't mean it's a good idea. Sorry.
Top of the list. I have 3 private patients this morning. If you don't want the fees, then I'm sure Dr. Ormeron will be only too willing to oblige.
That's up to him. We'll have to get him to push the trolleys as well. We haven't got any porters.
Mrs. Rigby, where do you think you're going?
I want my clothes.
No, you don't. You want to go back to bed.
I have to go home.
But why?
Oh, it's my daughter. You don't know what she's like.
Look, wait here, and I'll go see if I can find Dr. Weatherly.
No, I have to go, or it'll be too late.
What happened, Kathy?
I suddenly got this rash and then he couldn't breathe.
When did it start?
Right after I gave him the medicine.
What medicine?
The other doctor gave it to me.
Right, I need 1 mil in 1,000 adrenaline. Quick, please.
But what's wrong with him?
It's called anaphylaxis. He's had a bad allergic reaction to the medicine and gone into shock. And get me 10 milligrams of Puriton for injection standing by. Let's get the cortisone drips set up.